Deuteronomy 8 verse 18. But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms His covenant, which He swore to your ancestors as it is today. Napag-usapan natin sa mga nakaraang mga videos ang ilang mga witnesses sa nasabing trust fund ng Marcos Wealth o Marcos Gold na nagsisilbing dahilan ng mainit na pinag-uusapan ngayong Wealth for Humanity na nakasaad sa Last Will and Testament ng dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Ngunit may mga dokumento ba o sulat o di kaya na may video ng dating Pangulong Marcos bilang isang ebidensya na nagsasabi patungkol dito? At ating ding tunghayan ano nga ba ang Streets of Gold at ating ding tignan ang mga dokumento ng gold deposits ayon kay Attorney Karen Hughes. Kung hindi mo pa napapanood ang ibang mga videos, kaibigan, ay maaari mo itong balikan.
Just to show you the bill of lading, how much is
$240 million. Oh my goodness. Is it million? Billion?
billion?
Billion? 240 billion.
Bago natin ipagpatuloy, kaibigan, siya nga pala ang Great Controversy na isa sa mga pinaka-kontrobersyal na libro dahil tumutukoy ito sa mga propesiya sa libro ng Daniel at Revelation na nagaganap na sa panahon natin ngayon bago ang pagdating ng ating Panginoong Diyos ay pinamimigay na namin ng libre sa pamamagitan ng PDF. At ito ay nasa limited lamang na panahon, kaya i-click mo sa description sa baba upang ma-avail mo, kaibigan, ang napaka-importanteng libro ito na magbubukas sa iyo sa mas maliwanag mong hinaharap. Purihin ang ating Panginoong Diyos at tayo magpatuloy.
Marami sa atin ang nagtataka at nagugulat sa mga kwento patungkol sa Wealth for Humanity. Ang iba ay natutuwa, ang iba na may hindi naniniwala at nagagalit. Ang iba na may hindi lang pinapansin. Ngunit sa pagkakataong ito, ating tignan sa anggulo ng dating Pangulong Marcos ang patungkol sa mga dokumento at salaysay niya mismo na maaaring makakadagdag sa ating nagtututang pag-iisip.
Perhaps I can tell you that the property of the Marcoses has been brought into a blind trust. And not a 2020 blind trust either. It's a real blind trust. And we don't know exactly how that blind trust operates the property. The only property that we have control of are two or three houses. One in the province of Ilocos Norte. No, two. Two in the province of Leyte and one in Manila. 5. Then the schooling for the children up to possibly a doctorate. Beyond that, all income goes into the Marcos Foundation, which is the foundation that embraces all property.
December 31, 1969, sa unang araw ng pangalawang termino ng dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos at 4 na taon bago pa maideklara ang martial law, ay kanyang idrinaf ang proposition ng pagtatransfer ng lahat ng kayamanan niya para sa benefit ng lahat ng mga Pilipino. Ito ang drinaf ng dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos, December 31, 1969. I have today given away my general instrument of transfer, all my worldly possessions, to the Filipino people through a foundation to be organized known as the Marcos Foundation, moved by the strongest desire and the purest will to set the example of self-denial and self-sacrifice for all our people. I have today decided to give away all my worldly possessions so that they may serve the greater needs of the greater number of our people. It is my wish that these properties will be used in advancing education, science, technology, and arts. This act I undertake of my own free will, knowing that my need of material possessions will, having always been a simple man, my needs will always be lesser than those many of our people who have given me the highest honor within their gift, an honor unshared by any of my predecessors and not likely to be shared by anyone else in the future, no other Filipino leader. Since about a year ago, I have asked some of my closest confidants to study the mechanics of this decision. Today, studies have been completed and a foundation will be formed to administer these properties and all funds that may be generated therefrom. My wife Imelda is in agreement with this decision. Provisions will be made for my children so that they shall be assured of satisfactory education and be prepared to meet their lifetime duties and endeavors. For the moment, my most sincere hope is that this humble act shall set the example and move to greater deeds of unselfishness and compassion. Many of our countrymen, whose position in society gives them a stronger duty to minister to the needs of our less fortunate brothers and countrymen. Lagda, dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos. Ito'y pinatibayan pa sa personal na diary ng dating Pangulong Marcos na nag-leak at lumabas sa publiko, ngunit iilan lamang ang nakakita nito. Ito'y isinulat noong January 1, 1970, isang araw bago isinulat ng dating Pangulong Marcos ang kanyang adhikain na ilipat sa Marcos Foundation ang kanyang mga kayamanan. Nakasaad dito ang mga katagang, I start a daily written record of my second term in office as president. This will be kept on loose leaf so that all kinds of materials may be attached to the binder. Thus the background should be a treatise on the elections of 1969. This will be composed of my critic as well as the commentaries on the technique of victory. Binanggit niya rin dito sa page na ito ang patungkol sa mga ginawa niya sa araw na iyon na may specific na mga oras at detalye. Ngunit ang pinakamahalaga na isinulat niya sa kanyang diary sa araw na iyon ay ang pangalawang pahina ng diary na nagpapatunay ng pagkalihitimo ng pagtatransfer ng Marcos wealth para sa mga Pilipino. January 1, 1970 continued. Yesterday, I finally transferred all my worldly possessions to the Filipino people through the Ferdinand E. Marcos Foundation. I have planning this far for many years, but I felt that the beginning of my second term was the best propitious time. This was a decision arrived after a long deliberation and was not a result of peril, anger, despair, or evasion, nor it is due to a sense of guilt because some of the funds came from the Yamashita treasure, nor it is just a political stand. I have no further political place, and it seems a burden has been lifted from my shoulder. The surprising thing is that the reaction of people seemed to be of no consequence to me. It was a noble act waiting to be done. I feel far above all the pettiness of men, and I look down on them with some contempt, but with a counterbalance of understanding. Kung ating mapapansin, kaibigan, na ang date ng pagtratransfer ng lahat ng kayamanan ng Marcos para sa benefit ng taong bayan ay matagal nang naisagawa bago pa maideklara ang martial law, na sinasabing ito raw ang time na kung saan sa martial law daw ay dito naganap ang pagkakamkam ng mga ginto ng mga Marcos sa Pilipinas. Ngunit kung nakakuha man ng ginto ang mga Marcos sa panahong iyan, sa panahon ng martial law, hindi ba't ito rin ay magiging parte ng kayamanan na mapupunta para sa taong bayan? Ngunit bakit nga ba hindi inilabas ang mga kayamanan ito sa panahon ng mga nakaraang administrasyon? Ito'y ating tatalakayin sa mga susunod na mga contents at atin itong abangan. At dahil umahaba na ang usapan, kaibigan, ay ating pag-usapan sa susunod na talakayan ang patungkol sa Streets of Gold at ang mga kopya na hawak ni Attorney Carrie Hughes patungkol sa gold certificates. Matthew 6 verse 19 to 21. Do not lay up for yourselves treasure on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart be also. Kaibigan, lahat ng kayamanan sa lupa ay kumukupas at nawawala. Ngunit ang lahat ng kayamanan na naiipok para sa langit ay ang kayamanang mananatili magpakailanman, at ang kayamanang iyan ay makikita lamang sa ating Panginoong Hesukristo.